Hey guys, it's Dr. Kirby. We're back with another video, first video of 2026. Happy New Year's, this. And since, I've been playing a lot of Wild Rift recently during the holidays, especially yesterday, we have that loose streak. You can check my match history on that. We're going to talk about a tier list. Now, I haven't done tier list in a while, but, since I've been playing a lot and I've been identifying all these people's with, the people, majority of what they play and stuff, I'm going to give my opinion on what I think is good. Now, this is the last patch before 7.0. Again, there's like 2 weeks left for the patch, we're gonna get the patch previews and we're gonna see all of that. We're gonna see Smolder, we're gonna see what's her name? Mel, and then Nora. But Nora's not finished. Again, she's having a Viego situation. But let's get into it. So how this tier list works is I categorized it in these categories, 4 categories. And I don't know if all of them are going to be there, but I just want to mention it. So we have enchanters, tanks, carries, love, and then the niche and off metas. Because if you've seen my videos before, I've had a lot of off meta videos, off meta builds. I think it works. But I forgot to add someone actually. That bitch, girl, get on it. That's a niche for you. But yeah, I think it needs a lot of work. It's up to the peoples out there, Um, niche off meta. I think I deleted one row. Hold up. I'm gonna add one tricks because I think that's an important message. Okay, so we're gonna do it. Okay, so let's start with the Enchanter category, and I think this one is very important. I think I'm gonna huddle these people up. So we're gonna do Melio. Where is that bitch? Where is Lulu Hypermarket? Lulu Hypermarket is there. Okay, and what's her name? Pussy, Yumi, Sushi. Okay, so the reason why I'm categorizing these three, so we're just gonna be like, this is its own point is because these three fit that type of shielder buffer type beat that I've liked a lot. Now, Yumi has gotten a buff in a new hotfix patch, which makes sense because advantage. But in the sense of like, I guess she's a little weak, but I don't think she's weak. But in terms of difficulty, I think these two are the stronger ones. With Milio actually outperforming Lulu in a sense, because I feel like Lulu's getting a little old. Ooh, who said that? But her kit still stood for the test of time, and I think Lulu has got a lot of, not a lot from what from what I can see, like perusing. I think she's had nerfs more than Milio, so there's that. So that's why she's a little bit down. Yumi got a little buffed, so she's popping up there, but this girl always gets banned. So, but I think she's good. She's just more technical now. You don't have to sit anymore, which is fine, But I think that third skill, that shield with the buff with attack speed and is that on hit or healing? I forgot. She has an ardent type passive or ability. And then the first skill is I played her once actually. When you hit the first skill, you actually get the healing. So it's basically her old third skill. So I like that. So yes, Yumi's these three are there. Now, if you want like the popular um Enchanter, we talk about some fishes, honey. Nami, I think Nami is that girl. Like I mean like that general like, oh, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to play. Play Nami. I feel like she's the jack of all trades. So I think she fits that repertoire. No notes for her. I think the only way to counter her is basically like you just got to get good. And again, just because these people are good doesn't mean that the one week to it will lose. They can still win. It's up to the person playing the champion, and that's what I should say to all my ADCs in game. Okay, so it's up to the person. This is just like in terms of like what they are and what they provide. They're strong, but if you're the player, you can counter the weakest matchup you have and still win. Trust me, that happens to me a lot. So yes, Nami there always. Now, ooh, you know what? I should actually put Karma with these two, but she doesn't buff. She's more of a shield. So Janna and Karma are kind of the two I'm gonna match up now. They're kind of like the disruption type beat characters. I think Janna wins. I think Janna is actually in this category with these people. The reason why is because Janna has the tornado. She ever since her rework, she's been amazing. She got that E buff, which is underrated to me. The second skill, move speed and attack speed, like she kind of fits this category. So Karma is in her own category. Maybe Rakan Well, he's a tank. Yeah, no, yeah. There's nothing like Karma, from my knowledge, in terms of that shielder. Like her emphasis is hella shielding. These four are kind of like attack speed, healing. But this girl, she is the shielder, honey. She also gives a bit of damage, so she's kind of more of a shielder damage girl. So she's kind of giving like that. She's in the middle of that. But yeah, I think with the right build, she will pop up, and especially with the new runes like Axiom Arcanist and what's the name? What is your name? I forgot the item. Oh my gosh. What's that item? You know what I'm talking about. The one that enhances the ultimate when you buy it. You know what I mean? That item, that red one that looks like a Renata perfume, whatever. That that's the one for her. And I think she will just pop up and spam ults willy nilly, especially if you give her ability haste and all that. So Karma's a bitch. Um, what else? Enchanter. Do you count? Okay, I'm gonna say this. I feel like the weakest. Ooh, this is gonna be so mean. Again, I played Soraka, and I'm like, I don't think she's. That's not. I don't know. I think I don't like the way she is now. I miss her like when she wastes health because I feel like she gets more because she sacrifices it. But there's still a lot of people that play her. I played her with that amazing sheepskin. What's that sheepskin? Battle sheep with the chroma. It was pretty black and gold. You gotta love it. But I think she just underperforms the rest of the girls over here. And out of all the enchanters, these are pretty much all the enchanters. Well, Seraphine. Oh, we're gonna talk about these two actually. Ooh. But yeah, I think she is not that it. But compared to these two, now since I started playing again, I haven't played Seraphine. I think I played Seraphine once. Okay, she's fine. She's actually not bad. Ooh, these are equal actually. But again, these three. Ooh. Does Morgana count? Morgana's not on the list. Does she count? Um, I think I see her as a carry. But from my knowledge, what the ADC meta is, you have to look at the ADC meta and what they need. And if it's a lot of like on hitter queens, like Lucian or something like that, um, yeah, that means you have to adapt. So mostly, I'm seeing a lot of people play Jinx. I've seen Caitlyn. Caitlyn is really good with Janna. This and other. Milio is really good again for extending that range. Again, with people like Kog'Maw as well. These are very protective, and Kog'Maw and Caitlyn, Jinx are a hot topic right now. But that's just in that category because there's other ADCs that we'll get into in the tank. But yeah, other than that, yeah, these three are not bad. It just doesn't fit the kit that the ADC meta wants. That's why this is reflective of that, and I've noticed that. Okay, anyway. So let's get on to the tanks. Now, I don't think Rakan. We will not only get into Rakan. Wait, Bard's also an enchanter. I think he's a little higher. I think because his kit is so unique to him, like especially like he does damage. He also has the stasis. I think that stasis changes the game. It used to be a troll ability, but I think Bard is kind of like a difficulty spike. So he's kind of like good, but you have to be really good at your roam times and stuff like that. Manage your APCs like that, and if you will execute that and get all your chimes, I think he wins the match. But other than that, I can't really say much. I haven't played Bard. I think I only played Bard once. So again, this is a general thing, but I think he's good. Maybe I think he's gonna be in the middle of this tier list. I think that makes more sense to me, at least. Anyway, is that it? Is that all the enchanters? Great. Okay. Oh wait, Lux is there. Okay. You know what? We'll get into carries. Let's talk about carries. I don't think Brand. I like Brand. Brand is good, but with how what he gets depleted ASAP if there's like an engage. So I'm gonna put in there Lux. Ooh. I like Lux. I haven't seen Lux a lot. You know why? Because people have been banning her ass. So I'm like, I can't say for myself. But I think again, if you know your matchups, you can beat your hardest matchup ever. You know what I mean? You just have to adapt to it. This one I haven't played, but a lot of people are loving him right now. Zillion, Zillion in Dehillion. I don't know. I know who Zillion is. I know the kit, but like I can't say for myself what experiences I have. But I think he gives a stronger poke because it sticks and then that stun, which is pretty big because I think a stun is stronger than a root. This is also a stun. But depending on their damage on a 1v1 full build situation, I think Lux will win that. But then again, he has a revive, so he can have a second life. So there is that. Ooh, we're gonna go to niche territory here. Let's talk about Senna. Now Senna got a nerf. She got a nerf, honey. Senna got a nerf. She went from 656 AD to 50, and I'm like, that didn't need a nerf, but like, I guess she was that strong. Her build with fleet and empowered attack is very strong. Um, I think she's also like Nami in the sense of like generalization. Like they're both very generalist builds. I've done, you see my old videos, I've done AP Senna build. But I think she shines more as a she has more damage as a dam lethality, lethality mixed with a lot of AD. Like her boots are like literally the AD boots, like that, like that. So I think she shines more there, especially when she has like the cannon blaster thingy, the rapid fire cannon one. I think she shines more there, and she has good poke in the late game. So she scales really slow, but if you're losing a lot, just focus on your souls and focus on those stacks, especially in the laning phase, so you can get like that power spike. But yeah, very good, but people prefer other stuff, to be honest. I play Senna, but I don't see her much. Maybe 2 out of 10 chances I see her. Okay, Pike. Pike is underrated. I'm gonna put him in the middle here because he's popular in other lanes, I think. He's been playing on mid, right? People play him on mid. But I think you need a certain type of ADC, aka like a Nyla, Samira. We're gonna get into that in the tanks, but like he's one of the few champions that reflect on what your character is playing. You know what I mean? I like Jin, maybe like he roots them and then he hooks them. You know, it has to mix. You know what I mean? It has to link well. And if you're like someone like Caitlyn, I don't see it much. You know what I mean? Lucian is good because of the follow up with the dash and then his passive. But yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Uh-uh. Ooh, we're getting niche. Um, ooh, Zyra. Okay, Zyra got nerfed, but because she was that strong, and I noticed that. But it doesn't mean she's bad. Just don't expect too high of a damage now. For our little queen over here. But I think she's better like as like a jungler. I don't know her jungle scalings, but I think she would do all of that. She's pretty strong once she gets like an item or two and boots. But I think she's in an okay state right now. She's strong, but she's in an okay state. That rework really did her well. She kind of reminds me of like those transforming units in like gotcha games or something like that, especially when the pants go big, honey. But yeah, not bad, not good. You know, just in the middle. She's balanced. She's strong, but she's not as strong. Okay, Morgana. Oof. Um, I and this is pretty sad. In terms of what I've noticed, I feel like people don't want to play Morgana, the casuals, the hard. This is a one trick champion, to be honest. But yeah, we'll put it on the one trick champion. But I'm just gonna say this: like, if you love Morgana, period. But in my sense, it's like no one picks her now because if you miss the one, now what? You know what I mean? I see her played more in the jungle. Maybe, well, I don't pay attention to the people in the jungle, but I think she's preferred more in the jungle. And I guess because people want a girly pop like roster for the jungle, Lilia, Evelyn, Gwen, Morgana, Zyra. You know, like they want a girly pop roster. I get it. You know, Abessa, old girly. Um, so yeah, I guess that's. So yeah, sorry, girl. We're not moving to jungle. What else? These are mostly tanks now. Okay, let's get into tanks. There's a lot of tanks. Ooh, ooh. We're not going to talk about this. Rel. I haven't seen a Rel in my elo at least because I'm trying to get to diamond and I'm emerald one and then I had to lose streak, so I lose all my marks. Bitch, I hate that. I hate that feeling. I don't have like 20 days or something, but I'm like I hate that feeling. But I guess Rel has a clunky engage. Oh, I'm gonna burp. Ooh, I burped. I guess Rel has a clunky engage to me because I played her a bit and I'm like, eh. But when the time is right, the time is right, and she's kind of scary to play for me because you have to like really like time the engages. Like in terms of most rewarding, even if you miss, Leona still wins her. These are literally the same characters, but we're talking about like a difficult expertise engage and a casual engage. Like I said, these are in the top because these are like, oh, it's easy. I'll just pick it. You know what I mean? Like I'll just pick it. Um, that's why that's how my tier list was being labeled as. Let's see. I don't see Nautilus is good, but I just don't see him as much. Similar to Blitzcrank and Alistair. These are one of the characters that are we're at the point where we have 130 something champions where they get underclassed. Like I would say these four are underclassed compared to like a Braum. Again, all the same niches. Got to engage, engage, engage. This is he's fun. I like playing Alistair. People get gagged at me. I'm like, girl, I'm just pressing buttons. Like, also, people were praising me playing the game. Like, good support. Bitch, I was playing Lulu. I was just spamming my E and my speed, my attack speed. Like, girl, what? Anyway, but yeah, these four are kind of like niche. Braum, I think, wins out of all these because the kit is more dynamic, like especially with that shield, especially with that ultimate. Um, I guess because he can deflect a lot of damage, especially important spells like Lux ultimates or like it's like a Yasuo wall. Duh. So I think he wins out in that aspect. You know what I mean? Now these are hella. Wait, we'll need to get into that later. Thresh again. This is for the one trick section. Like he's good, but I don't see it. Like he's just for the one tricks out there, and there are good one tricks. So we're gonna move. We're gonna move. Okay, that's that. Okay. Jarvan. Ooh. Okay, I feel like this is all getting into niche territory. Rakan. I'm gonna put it here. Rakan. We don't see. I think he's here. No. Yeah. Well, I guess I can see more Rakan being played, but I think kit wise he's a mix of a tank and an enchanter. So he kind of fits the best of both worlds, Hannah Montana. But again, no one plays him. I think he's really good. I think that charm is really impactful, especially if you get a 5-man second skill with that boop, that jump. I think it's good. I think a lot of people used to play him like as a carry, right? People play him as like an AP, right? Is that true? Um, but yeah, he can be a diverse build, which I love. So there's that for a con. Oh, these are getting niche. Okay, we'll talk about niche now. This is niche to me, but he can also be a tank because he fits the boxes. But niche, I mean, like you barely see it because someone has to be good at the champion. And this is what I'm saying. Like, let's talk about it now. Ash support. I played Ash support yesterday, and it still works. And I was against. I forgot. I forgot who I was against. I mean, to make a video, but like that build. That build I made and concocted still works. I took the wrong route though. I should have took PTA, but I took little tempo. So yeah. So again, niche off meta means like you really have to know your champion. This is hella niche. This is Zoe support ass. That's a hella niche girl. Because it's Zoe. You know what I mean? Like if you're really good at landing those bubbles and hitting them sleeps, then good for you. But again, Zoe main has to play this if they love Zoe. So this is again one tricks or niche off meta, but this is off meta to me. I think Swain has a good potential here for both. But since you're gonna build him more tank, we'll go here. But apparently, judging from the tier list, I think he's low. I'm like, I get it because there's better options, but I think if well utilized, I think he could win like the game. You know what I mean? So, more love for Swain. I wish his prestige comes. You know, the one where he's like his chest was out. You know what I mean? No, this is very niche. Because the mechanic of it is like giving like Zoe, like you have to set up, and I don't like setup. I don't like setup champions that much. Like I don't like Irelia E. Like girl, I have to set it up. Girl, just be a Leona and just give me that ability 1, 2, 3. I think we can even add what's his name? Okay. Like I this is also actually a lot of no, that's niche. This is niche because Rams is very strong right now in the uh jungle from what I've seen on videos. And I guess yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, he's been guided a lot, by the way. So yes, similar to Galio. People like Galio as ooh, I need to put this properly. I think one trick's hikes are good, but then he's a carry. Similar to hey Lux girl. I this is what I mean. Like very like hardcore. Maybe Seraphine as well, actually. Well, no, no, people pick Seraphine generally. Okay, anyway. So I guess the last few of the tier list is all niche and off metas. So, or this is hella niche, off meta. Maokai could actually work as a tank, but again, setups with the freaking saplings. A moo. The thing with a moo is if you miss the thing, it's gone. You're fucked up. So I would give him as a niche. Galio is also a niche, but good old presence though. So, you know. But yeah, that was the tier list for, my general consensus of, the game and whatever that. So, take that as you will. Honestly, I would put Bard in one tricks actually. Because Bard is good if like well mastered and you need a lot of games. I would say like a 20 to 30 to 50 games to master Bard. So yeah. So this is the vision for what I've seen and what I've identified. And I think just realizing it now, I think it makes sense. Okay, some of you could disagree with that, but again, this is just an opinion from what I've seen or what I've vibed with in the meta. You know what I mean? Like, we will reflect 7.0. This will change in 7.0. New items, new champions, who will kill Smolder, who will kill Mel. You will see Mel in the tier list somewhere here. Um, you know, so yes, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. You guys new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, especially, you watching this. Who you? Watch the rest of my content here, Wild Rift stuff. New year, new me, right? I am trying to play more Wild Rift, on the channel. I'm not as famous as like these people here. Um, talented, famous people. Um, but yeah, more Wild Rift for 2026. I'm gonna try to at least, because if I get a job or something like that, that's gonna be probably my main consensus. You know what I mean? So yeah, watch the videos. If you're watching for a long time, you haven't subscribed, to subscribe because 70% or 80% of you guys aren't subscribed. So get that ratio up. Also, since I've been playing a lot of people have been recognizing me on on the game on the game. So I'm like, oh, people recognize me. Also, low key, I self plug myself there anyway. Not that plug, but you know what I mean. Like I self plug myself, so I get more of an attention. Because why not? It's fun. It's a little fun. But yeah, that was the video. That was the tier list. Again, what do you guys think of this? There's a lot of champions. I still have to like get some matches in. I think I've had one match on some of these people, and I really want to play so. Oh, I missed it. You know what? I'm gonna play Wild Rift after this and edit it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.